What's up, what's up? This is your boy Groobies coming at you from Encinitas, California. Thank you for being here today. We are going to talk about inventory. But before we jump in and get started, we want to hear from you guys. How much inventory are you holding right now for your brand? Please share with the community. There's a ton of people here who are trying to start their own brand, who already have a successful brand. Let's share the knowledge, guys. Share what you know. All right, so you're probably asking yourself, how much inventory do I need to get started with my brand? And the answer is, unfortunately, it kind of depends. There's no right answer. But there's a lot of things that you should take into consideration to get the right answer for you and for your brand. So a couple points of consideration. Why does inventory matter so much? Why are we even talking about inventory today? And the reason is because there's just efficiencies when you go and manufacture apparel. And so generally speaking, the more items you're going to go and manufacture at a time, the cheaper the item will be. On the other hand, if you're only making a few of each item, they're going to be more expensive. So you really quickly get faced with this trade-off of, should I take a big risk and manufacture a ton of product, or should I just manufacture a little bit but be forced with a higher price per unit? So let's throw some numbers at the game just to make sure everyone's following. You could, hypothetically, you could go and make 100 products for 10 bucks a piece. It would cost you $1,000 to do that. Relatively a lot of money for a run in production. On the other hand, you can make that exact same design and only make 10 of them, but it would cost you $20 per product to make it. So you only have to spend $200, but now you only have 10 products to sell, and it's $20 per product. Well, that's a lot. So you can see how the quantity, the amount of product that you're holding is going to have a direct impact on your cost to manufacture that product. That's why a lot of people getting started really struggle with picking the right inventory amount. Now here are the considerations, the things that you guys should be thinking about when you're deciding on how much inventory to hold for your clothing line or for your brand. The first consideration is, where are you going to sell your products? There's ways that are exceptionally low inventory. You almost need to hold no inventory. Things like doing drop shipping, where somebody else is manufacturing your product for you. You can listen to Kid Lip's recent video on that. Or if you're doing a pre-sale campaign, like you're collecting orders for your product before you even manufacture them. In that case, in both a drop shipping and pre-sale campaign, you really only need one product. Just a sample that you get beforehand so you can feel it out, you can make sure you like it, it's good for your customers, and you can do really good photography on it. Customers want to buy a product that they think exists, real life type of stuff. On the other hand, you have channels like selling at physical events, where you want to show up. Those require a lot of inventory. You need to have the product in hand that somebody needs to buy. So think about it this way. Somebody's a size small. Well, you need to stock size small. You need to do all your size ranges from XL to maybe even extra small. So you can end up holding a lot of inventory if you're selling at events. It's a very similar channel if you want to sell in retail. You need to have that product right in front of the customer so they can purchase right then. Then there's some product considerations. Outside of where you're selling these products, there's just specific products that require a lot of inventory. If you're going to be screen printing products, it doesn't even really make sense to screen print until you're doing maybe 50 to 100 units. At those quantities, screen printing becomes very, very efficient, and it delivers a great result. But at less than those quantities, you can't really drop ship a screen printed product. You're just not going to find a manufacturer who's going to be like, yeah, let me screen print one of these things every time you sell just one of them. It doesn't work that way. Same with cut and sewn products. Cut and sew, by and large, you're going to need really big minimums, a minimum order quantity. That could be a few hundred units per style, maybe even 50 or 100 units per size. So it requires, just making that product requires having a lot of inventory. So in those cases, I'd really make sure that you have your channels well established. Like as soon as you buy that run, you're selling it. You're selling out immediately. So keep that in mind. On the other side of that equation, there's products that are really, really strong in terms of inventory management. Think about like hats, for example. There's only one size of hat. So if you get 25 hats, there's nobody saying like, oh, it's too big, it's too small, I need a medium, I need an extra large. You can sell all 20 of those hats to just about every person who's got a head. Same with beanies. So those are products that are really lean on inventory, and they can be super beneficial for you to hold low amounts of inventory. The last point here is really around just something to look to your manufacturers for. Some manufacturers can offer you mix and match discounts, which is basically when you're doing your production run. Let's say you want to get 3 different styles and stock up. Maybe you really only think you need like 20 or 30 of each product across different sizes, but some manufacturers will let you combine those 3 products into a single order and get a mix and match discount on it. Even though you're mixing and matching different styles, you still get the discount as if you bought 90 units, not 30 of each. Groovie's advice on this point is really only stock up on big quantities of inventory once you have a proven product. So try to use options like running a pre-sale campaign or drop shipping, or holding bare minimum levels of inventory and then selling on your website until you've established that you have a really strong product. Once you have that strong product, you should feel confident in starting to make really big runs of that product and driving out your manufacturing costs, and that's when your clothing line can start to turn a really good profit. I hope this information has been helpful for you guys. Please like, comment, and share. You guys have great contributions to make to this community. Everyone watching these videos has a brand and they're trying to grow it and make it better, or they're trying to start out. So it's always great when we can help out the community. Thanks guys, peace be with you from Encinitas, California. Over and out.